bottom right. His base is the interesting one because what we see is no altar yet. We're gonna have a neutral hero. And kudos to Todd, by the way. You perfectly predicted this. You said this map, he will be playing a Beastmaster.
Well, we don't know yet, right? And before the cheeky panda shows up, you know? Who knows? It should be a Beastmaster. It's been in the past in many of his games on this map. And when he plays the Beastmaster, he takes really good map control with level 3, goes for usually bare level 2. And then even in the late game, like you might think, oh, well, when human has a bunch of priests, he can just dispel the summons. Well, that's the thing. Moon does not just summon to be there in the fight. He keeps on spamming these summons into the peasant lines of the human and keeps on killing peasants the whole time, trying to put him behind as much as possible. He kind of spoons the human players to death whenever he starts getting into a rhythm and does that.
Yeah, we saw the Beastmaster first becoming relevant on Last Refuge, where it's really strong to creep the Merc camp early, get level 3 behind that, and then get mercenaries and keep up the pressure. Moon is so good at that, which is the reason why Sok vetoed LR here in this best of 3. Now, Merc camp is a double-edged sword. It's very good for the Night Elf to be aggressive with the Beastmaster, but it also can help the human to deal with the summons. Now here, we don't have a Merc camp, so what do you think? Who is that better for not having a Merc camp on this map? The Beastmaster I was about to say, but it's not. It's the Tinker first.
Okay, something special is happening here. Does he play Pocket Factory? It feels like when you see a Tinker first, it's almost going to be Pocket Factory. It could be Pocket Factory into retrain eventually. Moon has been playing a lot with Tinker second as of late, with cluster rockets coming in real clutch against. Like, we see almost every human playing with a lot of tier 2 units, so, and not so many breakers anymore. Gets a crystal ball, unfortunately.
Circlet this time for the AM. Wonderful start there. Would love to have some claws as well. The footy scouted it, and now he knows. How often do you encounter this build when you play human? I mean, Tinker first, that sounds kind of wild.
Not since I played against Tech Cricket and W3 Arena, so not in a while. I don't yet. Almost nobody uses Tinker first, I feel like, anymore. Like I said, like, it's Tinker second nowadays when you were to see that guy at all. And the thing about it is that he changed a lot as well. Like in the past, the factory was like way too tanky. Now it dies very quickly. So whenever that factory is used, you want to target that ASAP. This would be more dangerous if it was undetected for a very long time, but Sok very nicely actually scouted that he was Tinker, so he can already kind of start brainstorming how he's going to defend against it. He's going to be the one playing aggressive. Staff's right next to the Tinker.
+5 int on this AM. Very, very nice. And the Tinker still pretty far away from level 3. One Ensnare finds the Archer as well, but there is going to be Shadow Meld. In the meantime, Footy's creeping in the middle with a Water Elemental. Going to be level 3 for the AM here in just a second. Oh, that Archer should not be dying. Oh, there was a dust. Okay, sorry, I forgot about the dust. I thought he would be able to hide it, but AM gets level 3 regardless with the Footies. And again, Sok seems to be in charge early.
It's not that scary, you know, like a Tinker level 2 here. You're like, all right, well, I mean, I can pressure. If he makes the factory, I can attack that. I can just go for the Archer. It's not like the Tinker is going to punish you, you know. He doesn't have Shadow Strike. He doesn't hit very hard. But he does present a decent threat as far as counter-attacking goes here, potentially killing peasants. So that's what we see him do now. Head back across the map. Footmen will have to snipe that Pocket Factory as soon as possible, and that's why Moon kind of tucks it in between the gold mine and Scout Tower.
One single kill away from level 3. A peasant would do it, which is why it was so important for the AM to be aggressive. If he hadn't been, the orange camp would have been taken, and then level 2 Pocket Factory would have been up, would have been a lot more stressful. There we go. Finally Tinker 3, but Pocket Factory, pretty long cooldown. Can't spawn it immediately.
Yeah, Archers are coming now. He's trying to force Sok to defend. Sok so far hasn't budged. He was just on the other side of the map with the Archmage, but finally he moves back. I think he had to. Again, you really need to snipe that Pocket Factory here, because those Clockwork Goblin, if the opponent gets all of them coming out, it's always going to be really dangerous. Naga second. So Moon's just going to do a gigantic push here. He has a lot of Archers now. Wouldn't be surprised if he saw Laurel starting behind this.
Another archer going down. 2 archers falling here. Makes it 3 in total. Trying to take out the pocket factory, but it's almost expired anyways. Tinker's going to have a new one in a moment. Is this just all in, or are we going to have a counter expansion for Moon? Not at the moment, certainly. Lore's coming, and it's going to be quite a few losses for Sok. Evacuates some of the peasants at the expansion. He's still mining fully, though.
There's going to be a lot of peasants dying here, maybe even the tower. Let's see. Those Clockwork Goblin, they do a lot of damage. That's why you really got to snipe the Pocket Factory. But because he took so much damage, and Sok, I think he forgot shop for a while here. Ideally, he should have started that way earlier. So his healing is really delayed. And healing takes some time now, so it feels like he cannot fight yet. So he's going to evacuate the expo for now, wait a little bit, and then defend after. And because he has tier 2 on the way, he could actually buy a second hero from the center. Not sure what would be best here. When I see many archers like this, it feels like Panda second can be tempting, but, you know, Alchemist, Naga, all okay. He could go Blood Mage anyway.
Very interesting game. Sok passes the middle, does not visit the tavern. It's going to be a dry day here on Friday, like a good Christian boy. He's going to push into the enemy main base, but he's too late to get the lore cancel. Maybe he can get a shop cancel, but that's the expansion just falling.
I mean, I'm surprised that Moon was able to do this well. In my opinion, this is not even remotely close to being like a super good build or anything. It's just that his execution has been good enough to put him in a position where he's really threatening the expo. Tinker is getting closer and closer to a 4, but again, he's having to face a lot of footmen defense. Let's see that kiting.
Abolish Magic, not finished yet. Dealing with his Watch Elementals at the moment pretty hard.
Oh, the
Double
factory
slow
on the
against
other
the
side.
AM is scary. And the factory will finally be taken out, but it almost ran full duration. Lots of damage from these Clockwork Goblins.
Yeah, I mean, peasants are going to keep on dying until then. Pretty bad for Sok to be losing this many peasants, because that's going to wreck his lumber economy. Archmage almost getting caught here. Meanwhile, Footman still putting in work. Moon is staying tier 2 here. He might just not even have to tech, because there's no tower at the expo. So the goal should just be to defend that attack and then go for the counter aggression. He's sending the archers by themselves to kill peasants at the expo of Sok, and I think Sok's going to have to town portal all staff soon here.
Abolish Magic just finished. These Watch Elementals now not so scary anymore. TP home to get out of here and also deal with the archers. Nicely done by Sok. In this game, one of the more wild ones. Where are we now? What's the next step? Who's favored?
Yeah, it really depends whether Moon is able on putting more damage here into Sok. I think that's the 3rd Dryad coming out. And look at that expansion. The tunnel. This base is on fire.
It truly is.
Wait, whoa! The factory is so far.
Gonna have to rally that in, but yeah, it's gonna be greatly reduced damage. The thing is, Moon doesn't have a very good answer to footies. He doesn't have breath or entangle or orb
The
or
Tinker,
something.
the Tinker! Oh my god! Okay, well, GG, I guess.
Trying to fight his way out, but there's gonna be a Stormbolt ready again in just a second. Naga can't do anything. Tinker's gonna die, doesn't even get the footy. I guess he wasn't expecting that MK.
This is one of the weirdest series of Moon that I've ever seen. Like, why? I don't understand. Why did he send that to the main base? He could have just sieged the expo. Factory a little bit closer, you know, maybe on the right-hand side around the expo. Once he's lost the Tinker here, I just don't see how he ever wins now, because
Yeah.
for Sok, it's super easy to just go like for a lot of army, like rifle, caster, and then just be totally fine and do any timing with like Mountain King level 3 or something.
That shop cancel did turn out to be a big problem. He wasn't able to go for clarities. Didn't get a staff. And the Tinker died. I wonder, did he maybe think he had a staff? Probably not. But now Sok cruising again. He is fully mining. He's got the MK, he's leveling up, going for a heal scroll. He could go for a second one. It is available. Not doing that
Yes,
yet, though.
Sok really shouldn't be in a rush at all here. He has Expo running, so the more he can creep, the better. Ideally, you want to get Mountain King level 3. There's no mana burn. Like, that guy is just... He's gonna slay this game if you can get him to level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon, though, is the master of comebacks. I have seen many insane games which looked utterly impossible to win, but he was able to turn around. But he doesn't have the best late game heroes to do it. No Warden, no Demon, no Panda. It's a Tinker and Naga, so that makes things a little bit harder.
Honestly, if he wins this one, I know it's Moon and I've been impressed before, but I would be very impressed. Because right now it's looking quite grim. Like Sok also is doing everything right here. He went back and defended the Expo before he was going to lose more peasants. Creeps a small camp nearby, so he's still around to defend that Expo. And I think he's going to do the marketplace next, which you can get a pretty good item. You can even maybe buy a really good item.
Seems like this Naga desperately needs level 3 for the level 2 Fog Lightning, and maybe then these footies can be dealt with better. What do we have in the marketplace? Ring of Region, Claws. Nothing too major yet. I guess we didn't creep any big caps yet this game.
And the Ancient of War got aggroed here at the lab by Moon, so another big mistake. This was already happening before. And it is again. And he has no Nature's Blessing here, so he actually goes down. That's really bad.
The Pocket Factory made in range of the towers. That's also an easy snipe. Yeah, Moon not having that perfect game today like he did before against Mikai.
What is this Tinker waiting for? Scroll, I guess? Just became available. Yeah, buys that. Moon on 50 supply. He just got an extra Moonwell. And to be honest, Sok doesn't have that much supply himself because he broke up Keep pretty quickly. He's had to remake so many peasants. He's had to remake towers at the Expo. He repaired the Expo. But it seems unavoidable at the rate that he's creeping at. That, you know, he's gonna be level 3 in a sec. Oh my god, did he just drop Flute? Ooh, the best item when you're going for this army.
Rifles and mortar teams much gonna appreciate this, and I imagine more attack upgrades should also be coming before too long. Tinker still not level 4. Now I got the Sobi mask. That is nice. I guess at this point she has the more impactful spells as we are in the late game. And we do have bears coming out. Bears don't have a big strong counter against them yet outside of the clap. Is it level 2 clap? It sure is.
He's keeping the total camp here, Sok. I was gonna say earlier, yeah, it seems unavoidable that he's gonna get to 80 supply, and then I just don't see how this army of Moon is supposed to win. If he was like close to level 5 himself, then maybe I could see, you know, a retrain, for example, and then cluster rockets level 3. When there isn't an alchemist, it can be quite good to have that, but there's already double healing scroll on Sok. The fact that he found True Shot is, like, again, by far the best item he could have gotten there.
Moon was thinking about a 2-pronged attack at the bases for a moment, but now he apparently is trying to find the enemy army. An army which is making its way towards the main. And these mortar teams, how glorious it is for them now. This is going to be easy. 1 Moonwell kill should be, I guess, even 2, maybe even 3. And this is going to supply block Moon heavily.
Yeah, Moon has to fight right now here. He cannot wait. He doesn't quite have the mana for another Pocket Factory here for the fight. How many bears? He has only 3 bears. Oh, if he can kill the Sorceress before. Actually, Sok is town portaling, so he's happy with the damage. He's just going to try and save as many units as he can. He only lost 2 casters here. And now he has 63 supply. He saw the expansion of Moon earlier with the flying machine, so he knows that he's going to start mining now. He might just do 1 more camp, the big red in the top right, and then do a timing with as close to 80 as possible.
Is Moon going to be ready for that timing? He's going for the next heal scroll. He's going to need those against the clap. 1 armor upgrade on the bears only. Sok Slumber is also not looking too great. He never was able to go for the Shredder to get many upgrades. Second Sanctum coming. And tier 3 is still a ways off.
Yeah, the supply here is what worries me. And that Mount Tanking as well in particular. In a game like this, where you have neither Warden or a Demon Hunter, Mount Tanking can be quite good. He's gonna stuff out. Yeah, there is no bash, so no chance to interrupt that. The Naga! Naga! Oh my god. What do you do?
Might be 2 free kills here for Moon. Oh, with the Invis. Nice. Saves the rifle.
Yeah, Mount Tanking almost 4 now. Moon with 4 on the gold on the expansion. Oh, not again. Come on.
He was supply blocked earlier. That's why he couldn't go for more there a second ago. But now he could make him again.
You might
All
retrain.
right. Oh, yeah, true. Seems like that's the prudent thing to do. Indeed. Your call is right again. So, with Swarm Rockets now in the late game, how strong of a late game spell would you say that is?
I mean, you would have to have it level 3 in my opinion. And also it's a lot about like, you know, when you play Mount Tanking, it's not like you have healing spray. But he has double healing scroll here and so many priests. Those suck. So, yeah. I think it's still so hard for Moon to somehow win this. But he's going to try and buy some time here with some rockets at the back. I don't think Sock will give him the opportunity to do too much. He's just going to siege with mortars in a sec.
Up here at the Coral Reef, there's a lot of narrow positions. So it's really hard for bears to get into the proper spot. Bears and Dryads being kind of separated. Sock stuck between the enemy army and base expansion, but he does have a TP to get out if he needs. Third hero, Pally, coming. Moon still down by 20 supply, but he's buying time for more bears. And they shall be coming soon.
Moon spreading his units out everywhere here, trying to harass the Expo a bit. He doesn't have much mana left, so that's just going to trigger an attack from Sock, who has to temple pretty quickly as Moon's flank was beautiful. Wow, he's really making the most of that situation.
Super cool.
It's almost like he wanted a handicap, so he played his strategy and he's like, all right, now we can play for real.
Moon and the comebacks, dude. It is a thing of beauty. 2 more footies going down, a bit more XP. Who's going to soak up that experience? Seems like both heroes will. Naga 5, Tinker 5 would be some scary spells, but he's not super close yet.
Okay, Frag Shard is going to be a big upgrade here. Those mortars are literally going to blow up Dryads instantly in the fight. There is no Fairy Dragons, so it feels like there should be 2 to 3 Sorceresses to really slow down all these bears. And he's going to get another scroll perhaps here.
He trapped against the back here, against the shop. He can't kite back anymore. I think this is a horrible position for the human. He's going to have to TP out here again. Retrained into Blizzard. MK standing in the front line. Oh, the claps here could be wonderful. He could also cancel this Blizzard, couldn't he? With the Swarm Rockets.
Yeah, Inner Fire used on everything here. Malteki getting level 4. Tinker still working a lot on mana here. And the Blizzard is actually not hitting that well, I think. Mortars, there's only 2 of them left over. He really needs to target better on those Dryads. 1 more of those go down. There's no mana left on the other 2 Dryads, but not many Sorceresses to really slow everything.
Oh, there we go. This time he canceled the Blizzard. Oh my god, so many of the casters super hurt. Heal Scroll was purchased by Moon. He's the one to use it. And Sock has 1 himself. Gonna have to use it now. AM level 5. Blizzard just got stronger. We have 1 more Swarm Rockets, maybe 2 left. More kills going the way of Sock. Tinker in serious trouble. There's a staff to get him out. He will use it. But Moon down to 41 supply. Only left. It seemed difficult for Sock there being backed against the corner. But he does prevail with Blizzard Clap and a strong army. And Moon might be seeing the last minutes of this game here.
He still has 4 on the gold on the Expo. He got closer to level 5, but I think Sock's not going to give him any time. If Sock pulls back now, then maybe Moon can do at least this small orange on the right-hand side. But yeah, it's a very small camp. Wouldn't give him that much experience. We saw those mortars finally blow up those Dryads very quickly. And now we're looking at a human army. 77 supply to 48.
This looks rather desperate. Very nice. Swarm Rockets okay, but not enough to actually find these kills.
Mount taking at the front, ready to clap, ready to bolt. Django doing some work as well here with this. Paladin comes back, gives him a good heal. And oh, he's not going to be able to stuff. Naga was a little too far, and Moon falls to Sock here in the winner's match.
0-2 no less. Big surprise. We all thought Moon was going to be extremely tough to beat with how he looked against Mikael. But definitely